Welcome to the Lifting for Women Made Simple podcast. This show is dedicated to helping you achieve your health and fitness goals through lifting and sustainable solutions. So, whether you're tuning in for the first time or you're a loyal listener, get ready to learn, grow, and lift with us. Today, we are talking about why you must prioritize lifting, especially as a woman. And yes, let's make this clear. I am biased towards lifting. I'm biased towards strength training. And part of it is because it's fun. I enjoy it, but more importantly, it has so many benefits, especially to women. Naturally, we gravitate towards cardio, like running, walking, the bike, elliptical, typically lower impact activities. And a big reason for that is like a lot of the stigmas and myths that are associated with lifting weights for women, a whole idea of you starting to look like a man if you lift too heavy, starting to get too bulky. And none of those things are true. You're not going to get bulky by accident. You're not going to put on a lot of muscle unless you really want to and really train for it. But it's definitely something that impacts the way women train. And I don't think that it should be like that. I don't think that women should train any differently from men when it comes to lifting weights because, like I said, there's so many benefits. And when I say benefits, you guys are probably thinking like the aesthetic benefits, looking good, having a certain body type, looking a certain way, or even feeling good about yourself, being able to fit into certain clothes. And then you also have the benefits of like having more energy. And these are all things that do happen and are good to happen when you start to lift weights, but there's more important benefits that I want to focus on because I feel like these are either not fully understood or people aren't even aware of them, which also leads to them neglecting strength training when in fact it should be prioritized, especially as a woman. So we're going to discuss two of those benefits. And I hope after this, you are encouraged to prioritize lifting, or if it's not something that you really want to prioritize, it's something that you can at least add to your routine, do at least twice a week. You don't have to go crazy with it, but something that should be added in order to give you the best shot at a life full of independence and longevity. So let's get into it. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll answer them as I can. So the first benefit outside of all the things I already listed is it helps to offset age-related changes. So everybody, no matter your gender, loses muscle mass as you get older, men or women, or whatever you want to identify yourself as. And in fact, we lose about 3 to 8% of our muscle mass every decade after 30. And this happens even at a faster rate for women. So you could think of the whole saying, it goes downhill after 30. It's not really true, but strength training helps to slow down this loss of muscle mass as you age. So even though how you are at age 25, 26 isn't going to be the same as you being in your 40s or 50s, but you're going to be further along than somebody who doesn't strength train or doesn't prioritize it, because you're able to offset these changes because it helps to maintain bone density, helps to maintain your muscle mass, which is a big part in being able to do daily activities like getting up from a chair, walking up and down stairs, being able to put things into your cabinets, like simple things like that is what helps you stay independent, especially as you age. You don't want to be 50, 60, struggling to get up from a chair, struggling to get into and out of your car. People's lifespans are getting longer, so you want to be able to maximize that as much as you possibly can. At least I want to. So, and I think you ladies will want to as well. So that's a big part in changes you see as you age. You start to lose a lot of strength, but if you can offset those, you'll have a better quality of life and you'll be able to enjoy life a lot longer. The second benefit is, I already mentioned it, but we're going to go into more detail. It's increased muscle mass. So when you lift, you obviously get the benefit of building muscle. And when I say that, I don't want you guys to think that you'll get bulky, but you are going to build some type of muscle, and that in itself has a ton of benefits. So our body has two different places it stores nutrients. So when I say nutrients, I mean your main nutrients, your carbs, proteins, and fats. And you can store these in your muscle, or you can store them in your fat cells. So when the storage in your muscles is full, carbs are primarily stored in your muscles. So when that storage in your muscles is full, you start to store these nutrients as fats. So whatever is left over converts to fat, and that is what gives you weight gain or fat gain. But when you strength train, you use those carbs as fuel. The carbs that are stored in your muscle, you use those as fuel. And as you're going through your workout, you're slowly depleting those storages in your muscle. So when you go to eat after, rather than having those nutrients that you're putting into your body being stored as fats, they go back into your muscles, and you're able to replenish the stores you just depleted in your workout, and that prevents you from gaining fat. But if you didn't work out, you're never gonna deplete those storages in your muscles. And then when you eat, you'll just be storing the nutrients as fat. And over time, that's how you gain weight. So the more muscle you have, the more storage space you have in your muscles. And then also another benefit of having muscle mass is your ability to burn calories outside of the gym. So a lot of people are sold on cardio because if you run on the treadmill, you're probably going to burn, it's going to look like you burn a lot of calories compared to if you did a really hard strength training workout, just because strength training doesn't elicit a big caloric burn during. So you might think you have a more effective workout when you do cardio, but you're only burning calories as you're working out, as opposed to with strength training, you're going to be burning calories even after your workout. And that over time is what makes strength training superior to cardio when it comes to weight loss. So for every pound of muscle you have, you burn at least an extra 10 calories a day for every pound of muscle. And it doesn't sound like much, but this adds up over time. And that's how lifting is really helpful for losing weight and also maintaining your weight. Because if you think about it, a lot of people who do cardio for weight loss and like they go really hard on cardio for like a month or two, you might lose a lot of pounds, but that rate is not sustainable, and you're not able, your body isn't able to burn calories outside of the workout. So unless you want to be spending like 8 hours a day in the gym, you want a full-time job in the gym, it's not really going to be too much benefit for you in terms of weight loss. Now, don't get me wrong, cardio is great for heart health, is great for like overall, like feeling good, is great for recovery. But when it comes to losing weight, lifting is definitely going to be your biggest bang for your buck. It's going to give you the biggest bang for your buck. So that's the last benefit of lifting. So if you aren't prioritizing lifting into your routine, I hope this brief live has encouraged you to do so, because it's, like I said, it's going to give you the best shot at living a life of longevity and independence, especially as a woman, and especially after you go through menopause and you're not having the same same amount of hormones in order to sustain your bone density. I think is going to be very important. Well, I know it is very important to keep your independence and longevity as you go through those changes. So if you need support and guidance with learning how to lift safely and efficiently in order to reach your health goals, message me so we could take a deep dive into your situation and figure out what's the next best step for you. And if you guys have any questions, message me as well or comment below, and I'll get back to you with the answer, and I'll make sure to share it with the entire group so everybody benefits from it. Hope this was helpful, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Thank you for tuning into another episode of the Lifting for Women Made Simple podcast. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and give us a 5-star rating and review, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Thank you for tuning into another episode of the Lifting for Women Made Simple podcast. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and give us a 5-star rating and review, and I'll catch you in the next episode.